Greetings! Welcome to the Rogue Cook. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Today we're going to do a quick, easy peasy video on the smoking of the Caribbean smoked turkey. Almost said Caribbean jerk, two different animals. Alright, so now we're going to spin this puppy around and we're going to follow Brother Mike out to the old Traeger on this wonderful rainy day here in Texas. Alright, happy Turkey Day, Brother Mike.
Happy Turkey Day to y'all.
Grab the bucket, let's go. We ain't kicking no buckets today, we just grabbing it and going. Who said it's always hot and sunny in Texas? Alright, so it's been about 2 days now, close to 48 hours, and see, he gloving up so he don't have to get all icky. They keep the bird from getting all yucky or yuckier. We have the fabulous old beaten up, wore out Traeger here. It's going to smoke it to wonderfulness, because perfection is a thing of the gods, not our business. Miss Pearl's guarding us over there. Howdy, Miss Pearl. All right. Come on, Pokey. We got beer to drink. Hurry up.
Don't rush perfection.
Yeah. Hey, you see, it's about the same. Give her a little stir. Shake that bird a little bit. There you go. All right. Wonderful. Just let me know when you want me to open that up. He's flipping the bird around so he can empty the cavity out. Keep all the yicky in the bucket. You can throw that neck back in there. Or actually, we'll throw that on the grill once the bird's on there. That neck is just for me to play with. I'm going to smoke it a little bit and then turn it into stock. Are you ready?
This way?
Go on its back. Right. You're the smoker. I'm just a cooker. Okay, and then grab that neck and throw it on there somewhere too, please. Alright, so how are we going to do this, boss? How long is it going to smoke?
We're going to have it on a smoke setting for the next 3 hours. After that, we're going to go ahead and kick it up to 275 degrees for the next 3 to 4 hours. We're going to start checking it after 2.
Alright, now that's because it's about a 17.5-pound bird. So, do you remember how you do your timing per pound, or?
Now, if it's 15 pounds and above, we'll do it the way I just described. If it's below 15 pounds, still smoke it for 3 hours. Put the temperature up to 275, and then check it after about an hour and a half. And just keep a close eye on it. All
right. Well, we'll be back in a couple hours to see the progress. In the meantime, I think we're going to go find some cool, refreshing beverages. Ciao, ciao. All right, here we are 3 hours later, and let's see what we got. Oh my. Nice little brown. What do you think? Jack temperature now, or keep going a little more?
No, I think it's time to jack temperature.
All right. You see there's some light areas and then some darker areas. We still got and down in here you've got it real nice and dark. So you see you got once you check the temperature, another hour, 2 hours?
Well, 2 hours we'll check it, 3 hours it should be done.
All right, so basically we're about halfway through the process. All right, turn her up and we'll check back in about 3 hours. All right, we came back out here at about 2 hours to check this puppy and realize that it looks like it's done, so the chief's going to stick this bird, and if she don't squeal, we're golden. You notice how he brings the probe up horizontally into the breast, so you can get a long temperature reading into the depth of the meat. Another good way of doing this is by going into the articulation, the joint between the leg or the thigh and the breast.
We're at 130 degrees.
He's reading 130 degrees, so we got a little ways to go. I don't know if it'll be a whole hour or not, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll get back to you on it. Do another probe somewhere else, like
Right here?
Yeah.
Still 130.
Okay. Go ahead and pull that out. I don't know if you can see it, but there's clear juice coming back here. That's another good sign that your bird's almost done or done, is when you have clear juice coming out as opposed to bloody juice coming out. So we're real close, and we'll monitor it. We'll get back to you on that. All right. Howdy. Happy Thanksgiving. This is a little unrehearsed sneak part of the video. We're going to slide this on in here, because you can't have a smoked turkey on Thanksgiving Day without oyster dressing. So that's what we're going to do. Now there's a gazillion different oyster dressing recipes online. Really, really good ones. And before we start, give a cheer for Thanksgiving and have you note that my cool, refreshing beverage is color coordinated to my shirt. Got to keep in the holiday spirit. All right. Lots and lots of oyster dressing recipes. Some of my favorites are Betty Crocker, which is an old style recipe. The Maestro Paula Deen has a wonderful oyster dressing recipe that's extremely different. She blends so many wonderful things. And then the Maestro Emerald Lagasse has a spicy one out of New Orleans. All these recipes have one thing in common. They take their vegetables, they saute them, butter, oil, what have you, and then they incorporate it in everything else. What I'm going to show you now is an oyster dressing throwdown. We're going to cheat. We don't need to stress. We don't have the time. Let's just get her done, throw this thing in the oven, and have some wonderful oyster dressing. All right. So, it took me about 15 minutes to prep what you see here. Now, let's go down the list, throw it together, and we'll see how it comes out. I've got about 3 cups of breadcrumbs, bread pieces actually, I had in the freezer. I didn't thaw them. I pulled them out frozen because I don't want them to get mushy. Okay, so we got our bread pieces, and we take our Trinity. Our Trinity is equal parts of bell pepper, onion, and celery, our Holy Trinity from the South. And in this case, it's about ½ cup of each. Throw that bad boy in there. All right. On top of that, we're going to go with about 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped garlic. Knock it out. All right. Add to that, watch my notes here. All right. We've got our oysters. We've got about 2 cups of oysters plus their juice, or as it's known, liquor. So these are just really beautiful raw oysters. These happen to come from Smith Point, Texas. I can't help it. I love everything Texas. Throw these bad boys in here. That's 2 cups. All right, got a little of that on me. Okay, next on our list, we need a cup of chicken broth. I like a low or unsalted version. We can always add the salt we want. I don't want somebody adding it for me. All right, throw in our chicken broth. Bada boom, bada bang. On top of that, we got a ¼ cup of green onion. Beautiful, fresh green onion makes everything better. All right, and then into that we have a couple tablespoons of parsley. And the parsley not only adds the nutrition, it's a wonderful beta carotene and a good flavor, but it gives a personality, a look. Leave it coarsely chopped, it adds to the dish. And finally, this recipe I put together, we need poultry seasoning plus a little extra sage. I didn't have poultry seasoning, so I made my own. Now, depending on what you got, this is what I've got in mind. This will be on the recipe below. You don't have to do this. Poultry seasoning works. Improvise your own stuff. In mine, I've got sage, white pepper, salt, thyme, marjoram, nutmeg, cayenne, and savory. I made this up in that 15-minute prep I did earlier. Ah, that's wonderful. That's all we got. That's all there is to it. Got my pan. We're going to take this, we're going to cover it with foil, and we're going to throw it in the oven for about an hour. Now, if you saute and you cook all these vegetables up, you only have to cook it for a half hour, 45 minutes. For the extra 15 minutes to a half hour, who cares? I'm in a hurry. I got football to watch. I got cool, refreshing beverages to drink. I got a grill to maintain. I don't have time. Don't need to stress. All right, let's mix her up. Don't worry about the frozen bread. Don't worry about the moisture. It's all going to balance out in the oven. I like my dressing to be loose. In Paula Dean's recipe, for example, she added egg, which would cause the dressing to be denser, to cook together, where you would have to kind of cut chunks out of it. If you like that, that's fine. In this case, I just want something that I can spoon to throw on the plate with the bird. And that is really all there is to it. Clean myself up here a second. Alright, there we go. That's all there is. I'm gonna throw a full top on this, stick it in the oven. After about a half hour, 40 minutes, I'll take a check of it. And then when it all seems to be, cooked and merged together, what I'll do is I'll pull the tin foil off of it, and then I will let it just brown. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it takes. I'll just let it brown. So that's all there is to that. We'll check back once this is done and give you a peek at that. And while this is cooking, our turkey should finish smoking and we'll be golden. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, here we are, little over 2.5 hours. Pulled the bird off the smoker, and you just see how beautiful that is. That is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know if you can see the neck right there. What I'll do with that is I will vacuum seal that, freeze it, and I'll use it in a soup or a stew down the road. I got a smoked pork or a smoked turkey neck. We do this with pork bones all the time. We smoke the pork bones after I trim the meat off for sausage and what have you. And we smoke them out there, throw them in the freezer, and we put them in with beans, what have you. Same thing with the turkey neck. But that's about all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I hope we all stay healthy and happy from this point forward. Be good to each other, eat well, and I'll see you next time on The Road Cook. Thanks for stopping by. It's pretty good. We're all there now. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Take good care of yourselves. Eat well. Be good to one another. This is The Road Cook out.